Have you ever wondered what $100 can actually buy you in a US grocery store? I mean, really, what ends up in your cart and what do you have to put back on the shelf? If you think $100 gets you a mountain of food, brace yourselves, because you might be surprised by what I discovered. Hey everyone, welcome back to Moving to America, your guide to all things fascinating, confusing, and sometimes downright quirky about living in the US, straight from someone who made the big leap myself. If you're curious about what it's like to shop for groceries in America, how far your money stretches, or you're planning your own move and want to budget wisely, you're in exactly the right place. In today's video, I'm taking you with me on a real shopping trip, showing you every single thing I put in my cart, what it costs, and ultimately how much food I can get for $100. Make sure to watch to the end, because there are a few surprises, both good and bad, that you definitely need to know about. Alright, let's start from the beginning. Picture this. I step into a typical large grocery store. Think Kroger, Safeway, Walmart, or maybe Publix, depending on where in the US you are. Compared to the markets back in my home country, the sheer size alone is jaw-dropping. Rows and rows of colorful produce, aisles stacked with endless brands and products, and let's not forget entire sections just for breakfast cereal or ice cream. It's easy to get overwhelmed, but with just $100 in my wallet, I had to stick to a plan. So, what did I get? I focused on buying items that would cover a week's worth of meals for a single person. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and yes, even a treat or two. Let's head straight to the produce section. Fresh fruits and vegetables in the US are beautifully displayed, but they're not always cheap. I grabbed a bunch of bananas, about $1.30, 1 pound of apples, around $2, a head of lettuce, maybe $1.50, and some tomatoes for another $2.50. Just those, and I've already spent nearly $7. Next up, dairy and eggs. A dozen eggs, roughly $3.50, a gallon of milk, that's about $4, cheese for sandwiches or omelets, $4.50 for an 8-ounce block. Yogurt, which comes in huge variety here, is roughly $1 per cup unless you grab a value pack. Breads and grains are a must. A loaf of basic white bread is about $2.50. Rice, let's say a 2-pound bag costs $3.50. Pasta is one of the budget-friendly choices, only about $1.30 per pound, and a jar of pasta sauce, maybe $2. For protein, meat prices always sting a little. A pound of chicken breast, $5, $50. Ground beef, $6 to $7 per pound. Tofu, if you're plant-based, is $1 or $2 cheaper per unit. Canned beans are less than $1 each and are a lifesaver if you're saving money. I can't forget about some pantry essentials. Butter, $4. Cooking oil, $3 for a small bottle. A bag of frozen vegetables for $2.50. Actually a great way to save and have veggies on hand all week. How about snacks? I had to pick something, so I went for a 10-ounce bag of tortilla chips, $4, and some salsa for $3. If you've got a sweet tooth, a basic pack of cookies is another $3. And drinks. A bottle of orange juice, $3. Want coffee? Ground coffee for a week's worth of servings is around $6 for a small bag. So how does it all add up? If I tally everything, produce, dairy, protein, pantry basics, snacks, drinks, we're already at the $90 mark. That doesn't even leave much wiggle room for extras or household staples like paper towels, laundry soap, or toiletries. And if you want to buy organic or specialty items, your total goes up fast. Let's talk about what was left on the shelf. Fresh fish can easily cost $10 for a modest serving. Imported cheeses, fancy pastries, or unique international foods, out of the question on this budget. Even a small container of berries might be $5, so I had to skip those too. And don't even get me started on alcohol, that's luxury territory. But here's an interesting twist, where you shop in America makes a massive difference. If you go to stores like Walmart or Aldi, you can often find better prices, especially if you buy store brands instead of name brands. I tested this, and swapping for store brand items shaved about $10 off my total. Meanwhile, shopping at premium supermarkets like Whole Foods or local organic markets can drain your $100 much more quickly. You might walk out with half the groceries for the same cash. There's another factor at play: sales, discounts, and coupons. Americans love a good deal, and with just a little bit of planning, checking the weekly flyers, using a grocery rewards card, or downloading coupon apps, you can stretch your $100 to get more. On my second trip, I managed to get an extra carton of eggs and a bag of apples just by using a store rewards card for free. Let's talk portion sizes for a moment. In the US, you'll notice bigger packaging compared to many other countries. This can be a plus. Buying in bulk usually means you pay less per ounce, but only if you have the cash up front and you'll use it all before it spoils. So, did I get a full cart of groceries for $100? To be honest, it was more like half a cart, and that's a reality check I wish someone had given me before I moved here. Food costs in America are high compared to many other countries, especially if you want fresh produce or meat. The abundance is real, but so is the price tag. But here's the upside. The variety is mind-blowing. From 10 different types of apples to every bread imaginable, you get to pick what truly fits your tastes. Even on $100, you can eat well if you plan smart, focus on basics, and embrace sales and generic brands. This brings me to the question I have for you. What groceries would you buy first if you were shopping in America with $100? Are you surprised by the prices, or would you make different choices? Leave your answers and your shopping tips down in the comments below. And if you found this honest look helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more real-life insights about living in the US. I've got many more stories and tips to share, so whether you're packing your suitcase or just daydreaming about your next American adventure, remember, every dollar counts, but curiosity is free. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and I'll see you on the next Moving to America.
Thanks for watching. We hope you found this video helpful as you prepare for your move to the United States. If you found value in the information and advice provided, please consider supporting the podcast on Patreon. Your donations will allow us to continue creating new episodes and videos to help even more people with their relocation to America. Just visit patreon.com/movingtotheus to sign up. Until next time, best of luck with your move.